Let's look at Chapter 6, Lesson 7 Extension, Multiply. We're going to be using partial products here in order to find our answers. So the first thing that we're going to do is have 6 times just the 2. So cover these up like you can't even see them. 6 times 2 is going to be 12. Now you have 6 times 50. So the 2 becomes a 0. So 6 times 50, 6 times 5 is 30 plus another 0. Now you're going to have the 1, but the 5 becomes a 0. You have 6 times 100, and 6 times 1 is 6 plus 2 zeros. Now you need to move on to the tens column. So the 6 is a 0, and now you have, to cover up these, you have 2 times 10, which is going to be 20. And then you have the 5 that comes back, and the 2 becomes a 0. 10 times 50, I know that 1 times 5 is 5 plus 2 zeros. And then I have the 1 back, but the 5 becomes a 0. 1 times 1 is 1, but I have 3 zeros. Now I need to go ahead and add up my columns. I have 2. 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 plus 6 is 9, plus 5 more is 14. Carry the 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. Let's move on to number 2, where we do the same thing. You pretend that these are not here at first. 4 times 7 is going to be 28. Now the 7 becomes a 0, and you have 4 times 10. 4 times 10, 4 times 1 is 4, plus a 0 is 40. Now the 1 becomes a 0, and the 2 is there. You have 4 times 200. 4 times 2 is 8, plus 2 zeros. Now you have to go ahead and work with the tens column. So the 4 is gone, and you're working with 30 times 7 first. 3 times 7 is 21, and then you drop the 0. Now you have the 7 is a 0, and you have a 1. 30 times 10 is going to be 300. The 1 becomes a 0, and now you have a 2. So I have 200 times 30. 3 times 2 is going to be 6 plus 3 zeros. Go ahead and add up. I have an 8. 2 plus 4 is 6, plus 1 is 7. I have 8 plus 2 is 10, plus 3 more is 13. Carry the 1. 1 plus 6 is 7. So I have 7,378. We do the same thing for number 3. Cover the 2, cover the 0, cover the 3. 8 times 5 is 40. The 5 becomes a 0, and now I can see this other 0. 8 times 0 is 0, which they already have there for you. Now I can go ahead and cut and cover that, and I have 300. 8 times 3 is 24, and then I have 2 zeros. So I write 2,400. Now I can see the 2, but the 8 becomes a 0, and I can't see these right now. So I have 20 times 0, which is not 0. It's actually 20 times 5. Excuse me. 20 times 5. 2 times 5 is 10, plus another 0 is 100. Now I'm going to have the 5 become a 0, and I have 20 times 0, which is 0. And now I can see the 3, and I have 20 times 300. 2 times 3 is 6, and I have 3 zeros. 0 all the way down, I have 4. 4 plus 1 is 5. 2 plus 6 is going to be 8. We're going to be doing the same thing for number 4. Now we're going to cross out the 1, the 7, and the 1. And I have 9 times 4, which is 36. And now I'm going to see the 7, but make the 4 a 0. 9 times 7 is going to be 63 plus 1 0. Now I can't see the 7, it's now a 0, but I can see the 1. 9 times 100 is going to be 900. Now I'm going over into the tens. I make the 9 a 0, and I'm going to cover up the 7 and the 1. I have 10 times 4, which is 40. Now I make the 4 a 0, and I uncover the 7. I have 10 times 70, which I know 1 times 7 is 7. And then I have 2 zeros. The 7 becomes a 0 now, and I'm going to go ahead and erase the 1. And I have 10 times 100. 1 times 1 is 1, and then 3 zeros. These are all zeros. I have 1 6 there. 3 plus 3 is 6, plus 4 more is 10. Carry the 1. 1 plus 6 is 7, plus 9 is 16, plus 7 more is 23. Carry the 2. 2 plus 1 is going to be 3. Let's look at number 5. I'm going to go ahead and cover up the 2, the 1, and the 4. And I have 8 times 0, which is 0. Then I'm going to uncover the 1, and I have 8 times 10, which is going to be 80. And then I'm going to make the 1 a 0, and I'm going to uncover the 4. 8 times 400. I know that 8 times 4 is 32, plus 2 zeros. Now I'm going to go ahead and move on to the tens column. So I make the 8 a 0, cover up the 1 and the 2. 20 times 0 is going to be 0. Uncover the 1. I have 20 times 10. 2 times 1 is 2 plus 2 zeros. Oops. They already have 1 there for you. Then I'm going to uncover the 4 and make this 400. And I have 20 times 400. 2 times 4 is 8 plus 3 zeros. They already have 1 there for you. So I have zeros, then I have 8, then I have 4, and now I have 11. Let's move on to number 6. I'm going to go ahead and cross the 3, the 8, and the 6 off for now. 7 times 1 is 7. Go ahead and make the 1 a 0 and uncover the 8. 7 times 8 is 56 plus 1 0. And I'm going to make the 8 a 0 and uncover the 6. 7 times 6 is 42 plus 2 zeros. And I'm going to make the 7 a 0 and move on to the 3. So I'm going to hide the 8 and the 6. 3 times 1 is 3 plus 1 0. Go ahead and make the 1 a 0 and uncover the 8. 3 times 8 is 24 plus 2 zeros. And I'm going to make the 8 a 0 and uncover the 6. 3 times 6 is 18 plus 3 zeros. Now I go ahead and add 7. 6 plus 3 is 9. 5 plus 2 is 7, plus 4 more is 11. Carry the 1. 1 plus 4 is 5. 6, 7 plus 8 more is going to be 15. Carry the 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. 25,197 is your answer.